Hey, Scott, how are you, man? We got
I'm
another
good.
episode. Woo!
So what's that behind you?
Oh, man, check this out. No fluorescent lights for me today, right? Staring at. This is a house that literally is going on the market in 2 hours. So it is on, kind of circle around, it is on a busy road, but it's all redone, 4 lanes now. So very accessible and in a very, desirable area as well. And of course, right now, no inventory. And this one has a little history to it. So I wanted to go over that real quick. So I'll probably just I'll just jump into the house here or jump past the road noise. But so this was a deal that came to us actually from our attorney, who's been a partner with us on quite a few deals. And he got this locked up under contract himself. He's a broker. He's an investor. He does all his own flips. I love it. So guys, we speak the same language, and then he also does all of our attorney transactions. So, but this one, he brought us out and said, "Hey man, I need you to bring REP out to this house." Of course, as it goes right now, this house went on the market and it was like, $100,000 probate case. And of course had 10 cash offers, but his was first, right? So since his was first, he locked it up and came in and said, "Hey, let's run the numbers." So we ran the numbers and went, "Oh bro, man, this is skinny. Like this is tight for what this house needs. Okay. It needs a lot of love." And, so we came up with an alternative agreement where we would pay, he would just assign the contract from the MLS, that he had. And so he would assign it at closing. We would pay him his broker fee on the deal. And then we would also pay an additional sum at the end based on what we were able to sell for, okay, after expenses. So that so a very creative deal, really a handshake deal with the attorney. No paperwork needed, Scott, right? You know how I roll. But
yeah.
So that's what we agreed to.
You don't recommend that.
No, I know, but hey, we're all honoring our agreements here. So I want to show you, I'm going to flip around here and just show you. This is one of those that we came into and said, okay, man, we really have to mess with our numbers. Okay. So this is going to be an episode of REP where we just say, hey, look, this one was tight. We're trying to help everybody out here. The deal's already locked up. We don't want to back out of it, get a bad reputation. Since we self-perform with our own crews, it's not all subs, we control a lot of those costs. So I want to bring you in today to show you, hey, look, here's where we really, if I use the term value engineered this house and these repair costs, and really, when you come in, we haven't taught a lot, Scott, about taking numbers and tweaking them inside REP when necessary. And you know how easy that is. And you teach that very well in my parameters, just how to change that number or toggle it up or down as a percentage, right?
Right.
That's really preferred, right?
Right.
Here's the thing. A house just went up down the street for $150,000. Okay. But it has no garage and the square footage is only a little bit bigger. So we're already at a huge advantage here because we're, we were told to list for 169. Our broker is saying 150-ish, and we settled at 164.9 just because where the market is and the demand. So I want you to see, right away, we did replace all the windows and those were exactly at REP, $350 each. Includes, as you see, new aluminum on the outside and caulked in. Another thing, I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference walking up. See how nice that looks with just the gravel and flowers, just some annuals. And I put a hanging basket up here, just had the yard all cleaned up. So makes a huge difference, man. It's, I do have some trim going on the top of that garage too, but, so I've already propped everything open here. Everything was painted. So I'm coming in here now and might be a little echoey because this house, we're not staging this one just because it would really kind of cramp it because it's only 832 square feet. Tiny. So yes. So, but as you see, love these hardwood floors, how they turned out. Can you capture the color in that?
It's coming across clear, nice and clear.
Yeah, they're beautiful, man. So they were trashed and our guy, we had him refinished. And so this is something that we came in and used our flooring button, and it worked perfectly, Scott. For again, you can see the new windows, everything painted. But we did, as far as I'm gonna shift around, I don't want to get you dizzy, but another bedroom. Again, windows, floors, closets. You can see everything as far, the painting number hit perfect. This one we did all high gloss. You can kind of see the shine on the caulked everything up. You see how nice that looks?
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the difference in the bathroom. We had this tub refinished. Look at how beautiful that enamel is.
Nice.
And it was trash. It was one of those like pink, tubs. So, and then of course we put all new valve. We kept this tub. We had to. We didn't want to tear that out. It wasn't in the budget, but we did put a nice tile, just subway sheet tile. Doesn't that look nice?
Yep.
And then privacy glass. And then here's the deal. Ready? Painted cabinet, because that vanity is so small and the door has to swing open. I just used laminate tops, okay, with a new Kohler sink. That is how we had to make this one work, Scott. Yep. So same thing. We also spent for the electrical, all Decora, all new receptacles, fixtures, okay? And this is a low budget here. I'll go over those numbers real quick, but check this out. On all of our oak cabinets now, we paint them black with a black gloss. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And these are laminate tops.
And it's simple too.
Very simple, man. And the painter did a great job. So, so we kept the appliances, but you're talking drop-in sink. This is high definition Formica laminate, okay? But it has an appearance of stone. This was $600 for laminate, and they put the miters together and everything, okay? And granite was $2,400. So, and plus we kept the black appliances and just cleaned them up. So look at that. Plus this floor is VCT. So, or no, it is a LVT, not LVP. It's an LVT. So, and you see how nice that transition. What's that?
What's it stand for?
The luxury vinyl tile versus luxury vinyl plank. Okay. So really turned out great. And we even used a black rubber base just to keep that theme going, keep it all nice and clean. But you see how stunning, just with, and here's the hardest part about this house was the lady that lived here smoked for 40 years in this house. So again, so we had to actually, so I'm just going down real quick into basement just to show you, we did do carpet on the stairs coming down, kept it really clean. Here's a Kenosha special. It's actually toilet, random, but it's all framed in for a vanity so that somebody can easily add that. So we did do a new crock because of the fact there's a room down here too. Oh, that's pull chain, but that's all finished off, sprayed. This is some specialty numbers we can talk about with. We had to put in steel beams on this one wall, okay, and then cut out 18 inches and do drain tile all the way around, okay. There's the old concrete tub, but this is such a nice space that they can finish. They already have one room that is, just a rec room you could use it for. But
did you need to replace the panel?
No, this was the nice thing. The electrical was all done when we got here.
Oh, good.
Okay. So new mast outside, brand new box, all rewired. So that was a huge win right there. So, you got me back now. All right. So this was really tricky. We can actually put together a sheet to show numbers and maybe attach it to this podcast just to show. I think that'd be a great idea just to kind of show, look, man, on some of these, we're getting a little too skinny, on these deals. And, but the thing is, they're selling like, you can't find a house like this right now. That's everything's done for you, has brand new windows, has a new roof. Yeah, sure. There are things that I'd like to do and take it to the finish line with, but
Sure.
you can't. We just can't. So let the it's done. It's move-in ready, and let the next owner take care of it that way.
Now is this target a rental or an owner occupant?
Definitely owner occupant. Yep. So you could, with our cost, with what we have into it right now, we're at about 134, 133,000 absolute tops. I think we're actually going to come in based on once I get my final bills, we should be under, but sure, it would make for a great rental, but we're not doing that right now. This is our construction company that bought this one. And so it's just a flip for us.
Yeah.
In a quick turn, and family move in. It's a great house, has a great backyard in it as well. So that part's fantastic for having a new family move into town. So couple of things to answer as far as questions. Coming in and just hitting like the button bathroom, okay? For this, you saw the bathroom in here. Now that number actually worked. It's just that we did have to piece that out, after, but that number was great to use, and we actually came in less. Okay, so the tub refinishing alone was $700. Okay, so and that's a pretty standard cost. And so and then we had to do the tile on there. The floor was actually already done, which was great. But then we had to have vanity painted and the new countertop, the new sink, plumber hook it up. Okay, so yeah. All of, new lighting that was included with electrical. The electrician was great because since we didn't need electrical, but I still had to put a number in there for changing out to all Decora switches and also doing all the fixtures, all of the new fixtures that were put in, switches, outlets. My number was, I basically came up with, I had to keep it under $1,000, and his number in the end ended up being like $800. So again, that was a more experienced guess, and that's something that if you wouldn't have realized what that is,
the $1,000 would have covered it.
Right, since it's such a small house, that number in REP, if you just hit the box, hey, switches, outlets, receptacle, fixtures, that would have been about double because this is an 800 square foot house. So we did really well there. And then the same thing, kitchen, we didn't do anything in the kitchen except paint the cabinets. The flooring was already included. And then we kept the appliances, we did laminate tops. So again, that was a significant difference. But these are great also examples to put into the Facebook group and ask questions like, hey, man, I got a tricky one. I really need to keep my numbers tight. This is the case where you would go into others, Scott, on the back end. And right. What is in the others section?
You name it. Lots of stuff.
Right. But it actually itemizes. Now, this is when you're actually going to go, okay, I just need countertops. I just need this much flooring. I just need to add, two, or whatever itemized, super itemized, or if you're going to be measuring something, to say, hey, I need only 10 feet of soffit and fascia done on this house. Right. And so this was great because now, hey, look, I'm just going to do a tub refinish. I'm just going to, add countertops in the bathroom. So, and that was pretty much it outside of the tile also on the walls. So this is a great example of one that we had to really get in there and make sure our numbers worked.
Yeah.
In order to make this deal happen. Since we weren't actually preparing an offer to give a seller, we were working within the confines of here's the purchase price already. Here's what we can sell it for. Now, what do we have left for profit and rehab? Right.
And what can we do within that boundary, and what can't we do?
Right.
Yep. So you can't do a full kitchen replacement. So now you have to go to piecemeal.
Yep. Great point. Because it is, and it turned out fantastic. Oh, I want last thing, because I know, what are we getting on for time?
I don't know.
We're good. We're fine. Everybody's loving this. All right. So with the smoking, okay, this was something that we knew was going to be a cost that we had to bring somebody in to say, hey, this is what we need done. Can you do it for this price? Because when we get a house that literally has like tar running down the walls, dripping, like gross, that thick.
Yeah.
This house, the ceilings, everything just yellow.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's really weird when you see a ceiling that's gotten moisture on it and it's spotty.
Right. You know what I'm saying. You've been in
And that's-
plenty of these.
And that stuff will bleed right through paint. So you
Yep.
have to be prepared for that.
Correct. You can't just come in and go, and honest to God, Scott, you can't even come in and go, oh, well, we'll just put a good, stain blocking primer on it. You're not going to get rid of the smell. So in these situations, we've done 3 of them this year already. Cats, smoking, and then a combination of cats and smoking. Okay. Which is
Cool.
okay.
Of course.
We spray lacquer, like full blown, non-diluted lacquer on everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So we come in and bag, since we were replacing these windows, it didn't matter. So we just came in and literally, I'm talking doors, jambs, the floors, since we refinished the hardwood, that was unnecessary, but we, for everything else, ceilings, walls, trim, cabinets, everything, spray it with lacquer first. And then that will accept any paint over that. But it really it seals it in 100%. That's the only way we found that works every time. So you can't take a chance and come into this house after you're done and it smells like an ashtray. Okay. And there's no starting over at that point.
No, that's a one-shot deal.
Right.
Sure.
You need to get it right the first time. So
yeah.
Well, I hope this was useful. I think this was great to see something that, again, literally it's going on live in less than 2 hours now. And we'll hit the MLS, and it turned out it's a great little flip, tiny little house. But I'm telling you, with no inventory, here's the thing. I would have never, Scott, this violates all my rules, okay?
Yeah.
It's on an extremely busy road. Scratch that. It has only 2 bedrooms. Tiny house. I wouldn't have done that. Now it does have a garage. It is detached. But still, it's not hitting where I really want to be. But in this market, there's nothing available, and we have all the comps.
Sometimes you have to break your rules. The issue when you're beginning is making sure that when you break your rules, that you're still making a profit.
Right. Yep. And we will still be in a profitable state where at the end, and I can show numbers once we close this up, but we don't even have an offer yet. So, but you know how it is right now, Scott. We'll watch this years from now. This is the market. I expect 59 showings within the first hour, and I expect at least 4 cash offers over asking price with guarantees that they will pay anything outside of the, after the appraisal.
Right.
So because that's how it goes. That's how it's always been, right?
Yeah, right. Not.
No way, man. But well, cool. Well, I think this is fantastic. We can wrap this up. This was a great little flip, and we got it done in about 2.5 months. That took longer than we planned, but still with all of the hard work with painting and refinishing hardwood and chopping up the basement floor, putting drain tile in, steel beams. And then, it still was no walk in the park, put it that way.
Yeah. So, I get that for sure. All right.
Well, we'll call this one a wrap, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right.